Hey there, it's Big Tony over here at NATG, coming at you with a little event review. 10.1 dropped here yesterday, or excuse me, the event started yesterday. 10.1 actually dropped a little while ago. And we've got some interesting stuff going on. I've got my new toy, and we're going to give that a rip at the second half and into the end of the video here. But let's go ahead and give a quick rundown on what we're looking at in the event. We're looking at data pads. These events are mostly about data pads and item acquisition. That's what this is all about now. So let's go ahead and take a look. We got the three standard, variations of the data pads. The blue/silver data pads, Ophion, Ocho, Dagon, and some nerfed weaponry. That's what we got going on there. And that's for big, solid, one big prize if you happen to draw a special one. Now, when we're looking at the epic rewards, we're talking components, and then some pilots. You've got the Dagon pilot, the two specialty Ocho pilots, and then the two Ophion pilots. One that gives you more duration of flight, I think more duration of ability, and one gives you like quantum radar when you're in the air, if I remember correctly. But definitely some interesting stuff there, and the most likely prizes you're going to get are right here. These are all nerfed weapons, two nerfed bots, and one relatively okay bot. So the blue data pads aren't going to be horribly bad, but I have a feeling you're going to be getting a lot of nerfed weaponry out of it. So let's go ahead and hop out of that. Let's look at the red data pads. This is weaponry. And they've got some legendary rewards. If you happen to draw one, or you happen to get a gold data pad that gives you, the legendary rewards, you're looking at the Porthos, the Athos, and I believe that's the Aramis. What is that one there? That is the Athos. And we've got the Porthos, which is the medium. And then we have the Aramis, which are the light weapons, if I remember. Yeah, the light weapons. These are kind of like the Gargantua and the Pantagruel from the Titan weapons. These are kind of like the smaller versions for bots. Really interesting weapons, and I'll showcase that for you guys here when we hop into some gameplay with my new Raptor and the weaponry that I got with it, that I got from the Pixonic Content Creator Program. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We also have the Freeze rockets. We've got the Tesla weapons, Subduer, which for some reason has not been nerfed yet, and a chance at getting an additional draw for a weapon. Now, if we draw it all the way down to the bottom, it goes components, and it's for those particular weapons. More than likely, you're going to be looking at if you happen to get a red one, you're probably going to be drawing a lot of the Tesla weapon style weaponry out there. You're going to be getting components for that, and I anticipate that those weapons are going to be getting nerfed here probably in the next couple updates. I don't think it's going to take a severe nerf, so it definitely is worth building, but I would think it's going to take one, and I think the Subduer is in line for a major nerf coming up in 10.2, 10.3. I don't think 10.4. I would think a little sooner than that, but it is eventually going to happen. So the purple data pads, these are the premium ones. These are the big ones for you guys this time around. And we're looking at the Gloria pilot, the Gloria Earhart, if I remember correctly. There you've got we've got serious weaponry right here. We've got not weaponry, but bots. You've got the Raptor, Pathfinder, Shenlao, and Curry, all meta. So your purple data pads, of course, are going to be really, really good. They're harder to get, they're more expensive, but there's some really good stuff in there. Now, when you get down into the epic rewards, of course, you've got the pilots, the one that goes for the Shenlao, or excuse me, two of them that go for the Shenlao, and one that goes for the Pathfinder, and one that goes for the Curry. And the more than likely are the rare rewards. You're going to be looking at Curry, Shenlao, and Pathfinder, and of course, the beast of the ball this time around, which is the Raptor. Don't expect a lot of Raptor components. You're not going to, seriously, unless you're getting like 100 of these, you're not going to be seeing a Raptor out of this. Not unless you're exceedingly lucky and end up with a legendary draw. But for the most part, you're going to be getting Curry and Shenlao components out of this, because that's how it does. The farther down you go and away from their debut is the more frequent components you're going to see dropping on the battlefield. Okay, the background. We've got kind of a plain Jane background. This is space tech, a rocket, we're in space. Hanger is just kind of, it's meh. But, it looks cool. I mean, the rocket in the background, it looks like something from the movie Toy Story. It's interesting. But definitely it's not like they knocked themselves out over this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the beast, and then we're going to do some gameplay, guys. This is my Raptor. I got it at MK2 level 6. I already had a bunch of resources saved up, so my saved up resources that I've ground out over the last month went towards MK3ing this. I got a MK2 level 6 Aramis, a second Aramis, and an Athos. I didn't get the medium Porthos. That doesn't come to us. I'm on the low end of the content creator program, the gold tier. And they gave me enough stuff to build one bot. And I'm happy with it. And you're going to see why in a minute. But I leveled these up again, saved my resources. I've been grinding out in operations passes and in battles. Got my Athos up to MK2 level 12, Aramis up to 8 and a 7. I'd been saving up because we don't get drones maxed out either, guys, nor do we get the pilot maxed out. So I've had to save up, of course, my microchips, my I forget what it's called, the currency for the pilots. I've been thinking a lot today, you can tell. Memoriam. I need memoriam for my memory. But I've had to save up all my resources and then level these up. They give them to me partially leveled up, and I get them leveled. Now, I put on this, you can see, it's 370,000 base hit points. This is a tank, guys. This is like if you combined a Inquisitor, a Mercury in the face. Look at the face. It looks Mercury-esque. A super a Harpy, a super Harpy. That's kind of what it looks like, especially with these backside rockets here. And, of course, a Mercury. You fuse these together into this package, and this is kind of what you get. A jumping tank that does some amazing things. Now, this particular bot is very dependent on being a combined setup. You need the pilot, you need the drone, you need the weapons to make this thing survive the best on the battlefield. This is not like something you can just throw any pilot on and it's going to be fantastic. You can throw any drone to it and it's going to be okay. This is definitely one that you need the package deal on. And what I've done here is I got this at I believe is level 50. And I have a bunch of resources saved up, and I just ground this all the way up to level 70, burned through a bunch of my gold that I've been saving, and put a lot of hit point specific skills to this. Tough guy, armor expert, mechanic, cautious pilot, stubborn warrior, and adamant guardian, because I play a lot of beacon rush for the adamant guardian. I wanted to get, this doesn't come with a ton of defense points when you're outside of your reflector. And the reflector is very much like a Harpy or a Siren. But this here is definitely the pilot you need to run to make it run the best. Just sitting here, let's take a look here at the drone, the Hawkeye that I got. This was level 9, if I remember correct. I had to use what was left of my microchips to get it up here. And this here is also, this makes the bot even more tough. This is what really helps build it. You've got increased durability, magnetic inspection, where it can pull, tears off microbots, I believe they're called, nanobots, microbots, and hull pieces from the enemy and uses them to repair yourself. And then it has the reflector that, hey, while you're covered by a reflector, you have a shield breaker. That's huge. That really helps you take out those bots that are in the air, that are flying, or say you're hunting and going after a Bedouin who's got a shield. This is something that is pretty beastly you need to have. Now, this does give you a 25% gray damage decrease, which is big when you combine this with the maxed out bot. Because it really is, like I said, this is Pixonic. I said this in a video a long time ago. Pixonic is putting together bots into specific packages, and you need all the pieces together to make them the best. And that's what you need here. MK3ing this gives me an additional 25% reduction in my gray damage. So with the drone and this, 50% of my gray damage is obliterated. And then, of course, you combine that with my current set of modules, repair, immunity, nuclear. this thing is quite a handful on the battlefield. Now, this event, guys, we're going to be seeing some stuff coming up, I'm sure, from the mentors. They're going to be doing some, I'm sure they're going to be doing some special stuff for this event, but this is the first event after the 10th anniversary, so I wasn't expecting a lot. They kind of, I shouldn't say wasted, that they really expended their energy on that 10th anniversary, and I expect this event and the next event to be kind of lackluster, just because it's going to take them a while to get their mojo back and get this running. Alrighty, guys, let's hop into some gameplay and let's put the Raptor to the test. Alrighty, guys, here we go. We're going to drop into it. Okay, Valley map. We'll make this work. Let's go ahead and get the Raptor out on the battlefield for you guys. Now, for you guys who are thinking about trying to get this, you got to bear in mind a few things. So this is a package bot. And we talked a little bit about that in the event breakdown just a few minutes ago. This is a bot that is a tank. Look at it, 682,000 hit points. And that's because of the drone. That's because of my pilot skills, repair amplifier. This thing, I beasted this thing up. It has a lot of hit points. It does not, however, have a lot of defense points. Like my Ultimate Fenrir has well over 200 defense points. This has about 70 or 80. So this is more like a weaker version of the standard Fenrir when I have it all put together. Now, what makes this thing a super tank, that was a nice kill right there, is its combination of pilot, bot special ability that allows me to do some repairing with its specialty weapon when I splash down. And that is a huge thing. And of course, the weaponry healing me back, the drone healing me back, my repair amplifier healing me back. That's what keeps this thing in beast mode. And you're going to see here with the full package deal here, I'll actually start gaining hit points here. I will actually push this up to 7, 8. It could go as high as 1 million, depending on the match. But you got to get in there, you got to tear things apart, get them whipped up, use your special ability when you splash down on them. You got to get some kills going here. I'm going to do a little damage here. Let's go and get these guys rocking and rolling. And we're going to tear this guy apart here. Let's see if we can blow him up. And boom, there we go. And you see right up there, I just jumped up to 793,000 hit points. The healing factor is what keeps this thing a tank. Now, if you run this bot just by itself, say you put a blast charge shotguns on here, it's going to be okay, but think of it like a little bit better version of the Inquisitor. It's not going to be fantastic in Champion League, just the bot itself. You need to have those other components. Yeah, I got a little bit of a frog in my throat here. But there we go. There's a nice kill right there. We're at 871,000 hit points. To make this Champion League a Champion League monster brawler, you need everything working together. So that's how Pixonic puts these new bots together for each event. That they're multi-component to make you want to invest to get the most of the package that you can get. And we got a nice bot up there. We need to get around there. You see I got my special ability going. I need to get in line with him so I can get a little tear into him just a little bit, but not going to get the line on him that time. You definitely want to use that special ability, that splash down, when there are bots in range, because then you can do that hit a whole boatload of bots in front of you. It does healing and damage. And of course with the specialty pilot, the Gloria pilot, when I land down I do an EMP suppression and some additional damage, and that really works solid. And you can see I got a kill there with actually my reflector, and that is like the Siren and the Harpy. It's a very definite strength component to this bot. You need that to make this work, and that's what makes this, like I said, like a beefed up Inky and Inquisitor. It's got some better bells and whistles, but you kind of have to run it the same kind of way, or like a Mercury. Okay, we got a couple Titans here. Let's go ahead and work on these guys here. I've saved up. I got 2 jumps. Let's go ahead and land right here. And now my special ability, I'm going to be tearing into these guys. And look at the healing. Just absolutely healing back up. I mean, that special ability is what really gets you healing good. And then, of course, with the weapons here, I'm also getting some nice healing going. Let's go ahead and land again. Boom. And we're going to get a nice... Oh, look at that Titan Slayer. He's just bouncing out of here. Nice. That was a quick match, guys. We're going to do another one for you. But you're getting the point. You need all the components to make this thing work well. 10 kills, didn't get any beacon caps, but, I mean, seriously, we tore the enemy up. Alrighty guys, let's hop into another match and continue the discussion. Alrighty guys, where are we going to land on? Rome. We'll make it Rome. We can do it. We'll blow things up in the Colosseum. This will be fantastic. Alright, let's get the Raptor out again. This is a metabot. Don't get any misconstruing about this. If you run into a higher end Champion League player who's put the time, money, and effort into getting this, you are definitely looking at a bot that's going to be tough to handle. Now, the only way you're going to, this actually is a bot that you'd want to hit with rust weapons. You'd actually want to keep one of your particular, like a tamer or a damper or something on your bots, one of them. So that way you can curtail that healing a bit. And of course, you could always have like a, one of the whiteout drones that EMPs this and kind of prevents special abilities from taking hold. That would really be good against this as well. So that's something to think about if you're wanting to counter this particular beast if you run into it. Because it's either that or you got to just hit them with so much firepower that it just really can't heal fast enough to save its own skin. So that's something you can do. Let's go ahead and get over the top. Let's get on this guy right here. And boom! Oh, I didn't quite get him. I thought for sure I was going to get him. Rampage. I thought for sure the splash was going to take him out of there. But we had to use the weaponry. Okay, let's go ahead and work our way. We got a super majority of the beacons going already. Basically, we're going to spawn point raid them. Let's go ahead and these guys, I need to be in 350 meters range. Get myself going. Ooh, someone just kept read on to me. Look at that speed. Fantastic. Get the godlike. Thank you, my buddy in blue. You just set me up for a speed run. That was pretty awesome. Because I got like either cautious pilot or tough guy. One of them actually tanks my speed a little bit. But definitely that was a very well appreciated assist. And there's a nice living legend. This thing, look, we can crawl right over the hill. Let's go ahead and get on this guy. We got ourselves a crisis build down here. I can almost do a jump, so I'm just going to wait for it. We got a couple bots back there. This is a manually aimed weapon, so even in stealth I can hit this guy. Let's go land out here and boom, and let the special ability fry them in front of me. Let's go ahead and work on right there, and multiple living legends. We're absolutely destroying these guys. Like I said, don't get any misconstruing here, guys. This is going to be a deadly meta bot on the battlefield that we're going to have to deal with. I'm guessing several updates until they nerf some part of this. Weaponry, well, this is going to be really easy to nerf, guys. Probably just going to nerf the weaponry a bit, and that's going to be kind of ending it there. And of course, maybe lengthen out the jump time on its special ability. Lengthen out its cooldown time on its jump ability. Okay, let's go ahead and keep moving it here. This has got some actually, consider the fact this is a lumbering kind of bot, kind of like the Crisis kind of started that off, where these bots are kind of lumbering again. This thing here is actually pretty speedy for a lumbering bot. Okay, we got one guy left. Looks like we got just the Titan here. Let's go ahead and drift it on over here. Basically frog splash him. And then we're going to give him a little love from the weapons. Now the weapons have a 12-second cooldown, which that is significant. But you can do, actually, boom, a little bit of a pew-pew back. So it does it in stages. It takes 12 seconds to get back to full reload. But you can get little reloads here and there, and you can keep kind of grinding away on a target. Look at that. I'm up to almost 1 million hit points. This might get... Yeah, there it is, 1 million hit points. Look at that. Wow. That's what's going to make this an absolute monster, is just the fact this thing can keep generating hit points. This is a hit point generating beast on the battlefield. So let's go ahead and we're just going to drive it, guys. Seriously. I don't think I'm going to build a second one of these. I built a second angler because I figured when that got nerfed down, it'd be okay. When I looked at the Ocho, I actually built 3. I got a little excited on that. But that's still okay even after the nerfs. This I'm not so sure after the nerfs it'll still be okay. So for right now, 1 is plenty. 12 kills, 2 beacon caps, and we got over 1 million hit points build up on our bot. Pretty deadly. Alrighty guys, let's hop into one last match, and then we'll wrap up this event intro. Alrighty guys, here we go. We're going to drop into perfect ground zero. This bot was meant for this map. This actually is going to be a very solid one. The only other bot that I think that can probably do as good as this on this map will be the Shen Lao, just teleporting in from behind hiding spots. So let's go ahead and work our way down here. I'm actually going to use my jump. Let's go and see if I can't drift in for a beacon capture. I wouldn't recommend using your jump ability for beacon caps, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Because it is a pretty, as you can look over there, it's a pretty significant duration for the reload time. And that they did right when they put this together. To not make it just, jump, jump, wait a few seconds, jump, jump. You got to wait for a while. If you use up your abilities, it's brutal. Okay, oh man, I just got bumped by that Ocho. Let's give him a little love. Shield breaker is in effect, and the boom, goodbye, you're out of here. Let's go and work on this guy as well. Now, this is great. I mean, running, you can run, hide, and if you get flung by a Ochokochi, you can land behind cover. This spot was built for this map. It really works well out here. So let's go ahead, and we got 2 bots here. We got, there's a double kill on a Fafner. We got an Ophian right there. And my buddy in blue is going to get him. I'll let him have it. I'll take the assist. That works. But let's go ahead and use the mothership, get myself healed back up. Definitely, I should have also mentioned that this works very well with the Avalon mothership, and that's what I got ready. Okay, let's go ahead and work. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think it dropped this time. I'll have to look and see, but you got that new advanced Aegis system turret for your... oh, I got leeched onto there. Okay, that's cool. But you got that Aegis shield enhancing turret. I can put a super Aegis shield on you. That might actually work really well on this as well, giving this actually a shield on top of a reflector. That'd be pretty potent. Oh man, we can get some healing going here. I may have bitten off just a wee bit more than I can chew here. We'll see. And I've been running some test runs with this earlier, and I have had occasions where I really got into the thick of it and really did bite off way more than I can chew. And it cost me. But for the most part, if I'm dealing with 1, 2, or 3 targets, this is more than capable of handling them. It's just when I get like a full squadron sitting on top of me, or some really, really, really skilled, we're talking S-ranked clan monster players, 10,000 plus league trophy players, then I run into some issues. But for the most part, there's not much this thing can't handle. To a point. This is killable, that's the one thing. Unlike the Ocho, when Ocho first came out, that thing was just 9-year invincible. You couldn't kill it. Same with the Curry. The Curry you can kill now. It's still pretty tough. They didn't nerf anything except for the turrets. But I mean, this is at least dealable. You see, I'm taking damage. If I didn't have all the bells and whistles for this thing, and I wasn't really practiced up on using this correctly, this would not be holding up as well as it is. It definitely requires some skill to run. I mean, it's a beast. It's a meta monster. Yeah, it's a pay-to-win bot, as everyone would like to call it, but it still requires a little bit of skill. Okay, we got whittled down to 2 players already. We're pounding them. This is good. I'm going to work on this bed weir right here, and we got ourselves an Eiffel as well. Wow, did I get just flung over the top of the building. Okay, well that works. The longer I'm in the air, the longer I have my reflector, and the longer I can shoot and punch through shields. Okay, wait a second, I can jump here again. Let's go ahead, I'm in the air, I can penetrate this guy's shields. Let's give him a little love. Boom, 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 his shield just dropped, and Titan Slayer. Got him with the Athos. Got like that. Okay, we got one guy sitting right back behind here. We got 3 of them left, and we still got a full squadron on our side. That's pretty awesome. Love. And we're just shy of 1 million hit points again. Wow, you can see I got whittled down to at one point, I think it was like down to 300,000 hit points. But being able to use that special ability, that basically a frog splash ability, landing down, building back hit points at a monster rate, and actually going up and above what my base hit point rate was. It's set base hit point stat. It really makes this into a rolling monster. Alrighty guys, I think we've made this a long enough video for you guys. Definitely look for it on the battlefield, guys. The Raptor is going to be there. It's a beast, and it's going to be something you're going to have to contend with if you're in Champion League. Alright guys, time to bail out of here. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you know when I'm dropping it. Stay safe and healthy, guys. Watch out for each other. And I'll catch you on the battlefield.